Here's your wrestling news for September 28, 2021. And your headlines for today include Goldberg vs. Bobby Lashley is set for WWE Crown Jewel. Real reason why Drew McIntyre called out Big E after Raw went off the air and not during the show. Raw star punished for liking a tweet about WWE's ridiculous booking of Roman Reigns vs. The Demon. Top WWE wrestler will be out of action soon. Is WWE finally unleashing the real Shayna Baszler? Sasha Banks promises to be back for WWE Draft. Ex-WWE wrestler passed away at 46 years old. Ex-WWE wrestler contacted Vince McMahon about possible comeback. Vince responds. WWE Royal Rumble 2022 date revealed. Ronda Rousey and Travis Browne celebrate birth of daughter, and more. We're kicking off today with Monday Night Raw, which in many ways was more extreme than the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Sure, Raw only had 2 matches with stipulations, but that's still twice as many as last Sunday's event, in which only the main event was extreme. With a stacked show, Raw saw the return of Goldberg, who had his usual intensity when he cut a promo about wanting to kill Bobby Lashley. Given that kill is on WWE's lengthy list of banned words, and has been ever since the programming went PG, this was an impactful promo by the Hall of Famer. With that said, we have to question some of Bill's parenting skills, as if someone laid a hand on your son, wouldn't you return for retribution immediately? Or would you wait for the next major payday in Saudi Arabia before getting your revenge? WWE's reasoning is that Goldberg hasn't been able to get payback on Lashley yet because of his injury, and now that he's finished the healing process, he's looking to take out the Almighty. As entertaining as Lashley's WWE title reign was, we're hoping he doesn't win the title between now and Crown Jewel, as their match will be big enough already, and giving Goldberg yet another title match against Lashley would be overkill. The best-case scenario for Raw is that this match happens outside the title picture, and there's certainly a story to be told that the hungry Saudi Arabian fans will be happy to eat up. Goldberg and Bobby Lashley could definitely have a great match as long as it doesn't last long, as the last thing Goldberg, Lashley, or WWE needs is a repeat of what happened between the former Universal Champion and The Undertaker in 2019. More from Raw, as last night's show was headlined by a WWE title match between Big E and Bobby Lashley, which happened inside a steel cage. A match that would have been right at home on Sunday's Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Big E got the win, but his celebration was cut short by Drew McIntyre. Pointing his sword at the champion, Raw ended with McIntyre and Big E mouthing off at each other, and their war of words continued after the show went off the air. On Raw Talk, McIntyre said he was making a statement by interrupting Big E's celebration, and although having the New Day member as champion is cool, the Scottish superstar wants the WWE title back. McIntyre can now challenge for the title given that Lashley is no longer champion, and Drew went on to apologize to Big E because he's coming for him and the gold. When asked by Kevin Patrick what'll happen if he's sent to SmackDown during the upcoming draft, McIntyre said his focus will be on Roman Reigns and the Universal Championship. McIntyre may or may not be switching brands, but with last night being Lashley's 3rd clean pinfall loss in 1 week, it essentially confirmed that the Almighty is finished with Raw and moving to SmackDown, possibly alongside the rest of the Hurt Business. It's reported that the McIntyre-Big E face-off this week was more than just Drew calling out the champ, but that WWE wanted to check how the crowd would respond to McIntyre getting back in the title picture. After a year in the WWE Championship picture, some fans had grown bored of the monster push Drew enjoyed from WrestleMania 36 to earlier this year, and last night was to gauge if fans would once again get behind the 2-time former world champion. WWE wanted to check the pulse of the audience by having McIntyre confront Big E, and whether the fans like it or not, the Scottish superstar is ready to be back in the main event, whichever brand he ends up on. At Extreme Rules, Finn Balor came up short in his Universal title main event thanks to a broken ring rope that sent him crashing to the mat hard. The finish had fans angry, and on Twitter, the account WWE Creative Humor poked fun at the situation, questioning if the rope broke under the weight of the ridiculous booking. Several fans liked the tweet, but more interestingly, so did Ricochet, who's no stranger to bad booking, or rather, no booking at all. Wade Keller has said that Ricochet was thrust into the 24/7 title picture because of him liking the anti-WWE tweet, and whether or not that's the case, the title is a major step down for the former US champion, who deserves so much better than being part of the mob chasing the green and gold title. Many fans would love to see Ricochet get more attention even if that means leaving WWE, and we doubt his liking of this tweet has done him any favors with the actual creative team in the company. Extreme Rules 2021 did not go as Alexa Bliss had hoped either, as she lost more than just her match for the Raw Women's title. Post-match, Bliss's doll Lily was destroyed by Charlotte Flair, and fans won't be seeing the demonic superstar for some time. Wrestling Inc. reports that Bliss is scheduled to take some time off TV very soon, saying, "It's not known how long Bliss will be off television, but I was told it would be a few months." Bliss had been one of WWE's most featured stars over the past year, ever since her character drastically changed in 2020, but the show will be going on without her very soon. Without Bliss around, Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair was very confident on last night's show, offering an open challenge that Doudrop was the first to accept. In the match, Doudrop had momentum but lost thanks to a distraction by Eva Marie, which allowed Flair to hit natural selection. Post-match, Flair attacked Eva, as she didn't enjoy sharing the ring during her post-match celebration, and the former Total Divas star quickly went from bad to worse. When Eva claimed that she would have won the Raw Women's title had she faced Flair instead of Doudrop, Shayna Baszler appeared, choking out Marie and then destroying her at ringside. WWE is finally unleashing the real Shayna Baszler on the main roster, something we haven't seen since her dominant performance at Elimination Chamber 2020. Taking out Nia Jax and possibly writing off Eva Marie, Baszler looks to be as legitimate a contender as one can get, and if she keeps taking out superstar after superstar, a match with the Raw Women's Champion is surely inevitable. More from Extreme Rules, as last Sunday's event saw the return of Sasha Banks, who made a statement during the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Attacking Bianca Belair and causing the disqualification, the boss immediately targeted the woman who beat her at WrestleMania, and fans won't be waiting long for Banks' next appearance. On Twitter, Banks confirmed that she'll be at SmackDown this Friday, the first night of the 2021 WWE Draft. Whether Banks is still a SmackDown superstar by the end of the night remains to be seen, but we expect the boss to collide with Belair and Becky Lynch again during this show. We've got some sad news to report next, as former WWE superstar Ryan Sakota has died, aged 46. Wrestling for WWE in the early 2000s, Sakota teamed with Akio, who would go on to become Jimmy Wayne Yang, and the team became the Yakuza-style henchman for Tajiri before the angle was dropped. Not long after, Sakota would wrestle on the Indies until 2007 and was part of a class action lawsuit filed in 2016 that WWE would eventually win. PW Insider reports that no cause of death has been given at this time, but we're expressing our deepest condolences to Sakota's friends and family at this sad time. In July 2020, Ariane Andrew, the former Cameron of WWE, surprised fans by appearing for AEW, but wasn't around long in the company. In her first match in over 4 years, Ariane teamed with Nyla Rose to lose to Anna Jay and Ty Conti during the Women's Tag Team Cup tournament, but she's looking to get back in the ring. Speaking to Wrestling Inc. Daily, the former superstar was asked about a possible return and revealed that she'd tried to do just that with WWE. "I'm very torn if I want to say this, but I actually reached out recently and was like, I would love to come back, and will I be back? That's to be determined, but I actually reached out to Vince McMahon himself and was like, you know what, I'm going to go to the person who's at the top." When asked if she got any response, Andrew replied saying, "He actually responded, which is crazy, I know he's a busy person. He was like, I'll pass this along to John Laurinaitis, who's head of talent relations." The former Cameron hasn't returned to WWE yet, but recently showed off her musical chops with her single Born With It, and this could easily be her theme if Johnny Ace ever decides to give her a call back. Next January, WWE will host its annual Royal Rumble, one of its most beloved yearly events, but there's been a change to the upcoming show. In a report from St. Louis Today, it was confirmed that the show will take place in January, ending rumors of a February show, but it'll take place on Saturday, January 29th, instead of the usual Sunday date. This report was later confirmed by WWE, as the Rumble will indeed be on a Saturday and air from the Dome at America's Center in St. Louis. The Royal Rumble will mark the start of the road to WrestleMania 38, and we'll find out who has a guaranteed world title match at the biggest show of the year in 3 months' time. And we're ending with some joyous news from Ronda Rousey and Travis Browne, as their wait to become parents is now over. In April, the couple announced they were expecting and revealed in June that they were having a baby girl, and now the couple's first child has been born. On social media, the former Raw Women's Champion shared a picture of their baby, who's been called Makalapuaokalanipō Browne. This is Rousey's first child, while Browne has a few children already from a previous marriage. Rousey hasn't been seen in WWE since WrestleMania 35 and has intended to start a family for some time now. And though it took a bit longer than some expected, she's now the baddest mom on the planet. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.